Always experience the difference? Become an intern with 91.1 The Boss. We are interviewing interns today. Contact us at 713-370-5051. Are you great with people? Do you have professional experience? 91.1 The Boss wants to interview you as a sponsorship promoter. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss. We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Hey, welcome to the Woodlands Prime Lending Show, the WPL. My name's Sidney Young. I am your host. Guess what? The Woodlands Prime Lending Show is all about prime lending here in the greater state of Texas. Now, the Woodlands Prime Lending Show is brought to you by one of our proud sponsors, the SellerRealtorNetwork.com. Go to WoodlandsPrimeLending.com. Okay, there's my intro to everyone. Welcome aboard today. We're going to have a 30-minute show. We'll be off on our own here at 4:30 today, so hang tight. Clip in your seatbelts. We'll go for a ride. Let's talk about something. WoodlandsPrimeLending.com. Woodlands Prime Lending is founded right here in the Woodlands, Texas, the north part of Houston. So if you're not from the Houston area and you're tuning in through social media, look us up. We do loans all over the state of Texas, not just here in the Woodlands. We just happen to be called Woodlands Prime Lending. Woodlands Prime Lending is a very large organization. We got a lot of space here that we meet with our clients, our LOs, and everything else. And we got something very special going on here. We want to talk real quick about what it takes and what we're looking for. We're going to talk with our representative of Woodlands Prime Lending here soon, but I want to talk about you. If you're a realtor, you're an investor, and what do realtors and investors need? Properties. Get a hold of us. Let's get you on the Woodlands Prime Lending Show. Be a guest spot on the show. We'll sit. We'll talk about your listings. We'll talk about some of the special things you've got going on in your world, and we'll get you on the show. We'll talk about some of the trends going on with some of the properties you're selling. Why people are buying your properties. Why they're not buying your properties. This is going to be an educational journal. That's the way I can put it. This is the educational journal. Today's lessons are going to be about loans, why people get certain loans, what you qualify for, what you don't qualify for. We're going to talk to all different realms of the whole package today. Eventually, we're going to break it down to different areas, such as title companies, such as, realtors, such as the properties, what to look for in properties, home inspections, the whole realm of it. We will never run out of content on the Woodlands Prime Lending Show. Okay, so let's talk about something real quick, because if you go to HAR.com, if you're not from the Houston area, that stands for Houston Association of Realtors. They got some very interesting facts I thought were incredible, because there's marketing trends up there. Now, I'll get to put on my old man glasses, so those of y'all watching, you get to see them. Okay, here we go. Last month, the month of May, lower mortgage rates, improved oil prices, steady economic growth, and more plentiful supply of housing translate to a strong month for home sales throughout the greater Houston in April. Check this out. Luxury homes, that's $750,000 homes and above, drew the greatest volume of sales. $750,000 homes and above drew the greatest percentage of sales last month. What does that tell you? There's a lot of people out there with a lot of money. because you have to go through some good qualifications in order to buy a $750,000 home. That's a jumbo loan. So therefore, that tells you about the Houston real estate market. That's huge. Now, these aren't just things I come up with. Go to HAR.com. It's on there. It's on there. Also, according to the latest monthly report from the Houston Association of Realtors, sales of single-family residences increased 7.8% in April. 7,586 homes were sold compared to 7,035 a year ago. 7,586 homes were sold last month. Not listed, sold. That's a lot of closings. That's a lot of money going on in the greater Houston area. So if you're in the market to buy a home and you're not paying cash, WoodlandsPrimeLending.com. Go to the webpage, sign up. We are part of these numbers right here, okay? We're looking to become part of these numbers. We want to help you get into a home for your family, and overall, what's going to happen is you go through the process. And we're going to bring on a guest here as soon as we get back from a break here in a little bit. And our guest is going to go through that process with you. Now, while we're talking, go back to my statistics. Let me put on my statistic glasses again. Okay, here we go. Okay, single-family prices reached record highs in April. The median price, which the average loan is about $250, dropped to about $245. The average price was up 1.9%, so it didn't to $310,000. So remember, the average price of a home in the greater Houston area was $240,000. It jumped to $310,000. What does that tell you? Property values are going up, baby. They're not going down. They're going up. That's because the economy is doing very, very well. That's because people are building more. It's because we have comparables that are worth more. That says a lot. If you're an investor, buddy, I don't know if you've ever had a better time than now. If you're looking to buy a home and get into a really nice home, I've never known a better time than now. So, contact WoodlandsPrimeLending.com. Get a loan app going. Jacie over there is going to get you going. He's the LO. He's going to process the deal and get you closing. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk more about marketing trends. We're going to talk about all types of things. We're going to take a short commercial break. We come back. We're going to talk to Jacie. We're going to see what he says about all this. We'll be right back. Do not go away.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Installation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam installation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Loan Store Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Loan Star. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Are you great with people? You have professional experience? 91.1 The Boss wants to interview you as a sponsorship promoter. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Today with Cachet, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 to 10:30. 91.1 The Boss. Watch me live, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget, 91.1 The Boss. Today with Cachet.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Trey from the Daily Buzz Radio Show
And Taylor, be sure to watch us Monday through Friday, 12 to 1.
with our new guest and our new season.
Hey, welcome back to WPL, Daddy. WPL Woodlands Prime Lending Show. My name's Sidney Young, your host. I have Jacie with Woodlands Prime Lending.
What's up? How are you doing, Sidney?
Jacie, man, did those numbers surprise you? I just read you.
Yeah, it did surprise me, actually. It's funny thing is when I started in the industry back about 10 years ago, the median price in Houston was probably around $150,000 as far as the median average sales price. And I was actually surprised.
Brother.
I was actually surprised it was at 310. Honestly, I thought it was probably maybe like 250, but that's pretty incredible.
Okay, let me ask
really
you something. You've been in Houston a long time.
Yep.
Your opinion. What do you think the average DOM days on the market are for a home here in the greater Houston area?
And that's a great question. But to answer that, because I'm pretty versed in this area, I would say probably no more than 2 or 3 days.
Wow. Okay. Well, of course, that's gonna determine by price a lot of things. But now HR is saying that last month the average days on the market is up from 56 to 57 days.
56 to 57 days.
That's what it's saying.
And is that an overall? As far as days are
it's
concerned,
up
because
3.5.
I guess it really depends on the market where the house is at as well too.
That's true.
It really
There's
does.
a lot of factors going into that.
I had a friend that sold his house within a day, but he lived in the Cypress area, and Cypress area the last few years have been pretty hot as far as people moving in there. So,
and another thing, are you selling your home at market value? But what are you doing to motivate buyers to buy your home like that?
This is the funny thing about the Houston market. The Houston market, really honestly, there's so many people moving here because just like you said earlier about the economy, and we have, the best medical in the entire world here. We have, all the natural resources. We have the oil industry. So at one time there was, I think, like 10,000 people a month moving to Texas, not just Houston in general, but those are significant numbers. So, the thing is with the supply and demand aspect of it, there's so many people here, and at one time there was as far as the amount of houses available on the market, there was kind of a shortage. So, and that's why I said 1 to 2 days. Now I feel, I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about when he said 60 days.
Average. It doesn't mean all of them, but average.
No,
so 57 days, that's 60 days, that's 2 months.
Sure.
You stop and think about the average time to close a home was what, a month and a half?
Yeah, it can be. Typically not with us. We like to close inside of 30 days.
Yeah, the WPL is we're on.
Correct. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, if you're working with a lender where it takes them 60 days to close a loan, you don't want to work with that lender anymore. Believe me. So
let's touch on that. What are some of the factors that would cause a loan to go into a 60-day close versus a
so
month?
there are, don't get me wrong, there are factors. So everybody's credit situation is different as well too. So like for example, you got somebody that has like a let's say a 610 credit score, right? We really want to get them to 620 or over. So there might be a little bit of tweaking and working that needs time in order to get that credit up. So that might kind of push the closing out a little bit as well too.
You sort of suspend lending procedures and go into a credit procedure.
Correct.
Until
Exactly.
We get
And that's just one instance, or it might be in regards to the seller is selling their home and they're buying another home, and their financing, something might be wrong with their financing where they have to extend as well too. So there's a lot of variables in regards to that question that you asked. So
okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. Okay, Woodlands Prime Lending, we're going to ask you some, I'll tell you, I did some feelers out before we started the show, or the past few days, on some general questions, because, we have audience listening from 18-year-old new home buyers to the 60-year-olds who bought hundreds of homes, so to speak. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you just some basic questions here that you can sort of educate people on. Basic credit score to get into a home without a problem, what would it be?
620. 620 or higher. You typically want to have a 620 or higher. Now, not saying that if you have like a 600 credit score, we have the software and technology to kind of boost those scores up in a very quick period of time. Okay. But realistically, you want to have 620 or higher. Even if you're at 580, for example, we have a system we use, and a lot of lenders use it as well too. But it's like a rapid rescore. So what we do is we go in, we look at your credit report, and what the software does is it analyzes certain pinpoints on your credit report. Like for example, let's say you had a credit card that had high utilization on it. So what we would do is we would use this tool to say, okay, what happens if we actually pay this credit card balance down to this much? How many points are we going to increase by doing that, right?
Before you do it.
Correct. Well, so for example, let's say you had a 580 credit score. I need to get you to 620, and I need to do it very quickly because you found a house that's the house of your dreams, right? So I would use this software to see what we can do to increase increase that score to 620. Not saying that you cannot get approved if you're under 620. Usually anywhere between 580 to like 620, we can work on it. It might fall into like a different category where we have to do a little bit different underwriting on it. But that being said, we do have the ability to get your score up to where it needs to be at in order to get you approved pretty
Woodlands
quickly.
Prime Lending's got a very unique tool that you can do that. And what kind of time frames does that take?
You know what? We can move as fast as the borrower actually moves, right? So if we give a scenario on what you need to do to get your credit up to par of where it needs to be at, it just depends on, does the borrower actually have the money in order to do it? Now, we don't charge anything to do that whatsoever. Okay,
Wow.
zero. Not only that we don't charge anything, it actually costs us money because, like, for example, let's say you had a couple of credit cards that you paid the balances down. So we're going to take those, basically those account statements, and then we're going to go ahead and update with all three of the credit bureaus to get that immediate. It takes usually about 3 to 5 days to update with the credit bureaus. So when that happens, you're going to get that score increase almost immediately once they update in their systems.
Maybe a week and a half total?
Yeah, week and a half to 2 weeks.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Woodlands Prime Lending, I like that. Okay, let's talk about money.
I like money.
We all like money. Let's talk about what kind of money I'm going to need to get into a home. And what kind of reserves do I need to keep in the bank?
Yes.
Can I give you all my money for down payment? I'm down to zero. Where am I?
I'm glad you actually brought that up because, number one, you always want to have at least 2 or 3 months of reserves in your bank account after down payment, closing costs, and all that good stuff. So,
what's the average reserves? Is it based on house note?
Really, with FHA, usually like 1 month or so. It really just depends. So when we run our underwriting system, it tells us, okay, you need 1, 2, 3, 6 months of reserves, right? It's usually never 6 months, unless you're doing like a jumbo loan where we're going through Chase, which a lot of times.
What causes it to vary?
It could be credit.
Okay.
It could be just, as far as the loan itself, what program that you're actually doing.
So it's based on risk factor.
Yeah. So, really honestly, a lot of people don't know this, like VA loans, obviously it's zero down. USDA in rural area, zero down. Also in regards to like FHA, which is really, it's a very popular program for first-time home buyers, 3.5% down. So a lot of people think that we have to have 20% down to put down on a house, right?
Yeah.
And that's not the case. There's a lot of, we actually even have a lot of programs like the Seth program, or even, as far as we have Homes for Heroes, which for like teachers, firefighters, policemen, basically allows for zero down as well too through.
So the VA, the Homes for Heroes program, is that through the VA, or how does that work?
No, it's not through the VA. No. VA is kind of a separate entity, if you will. Okay. So this is just a program that is developed to help, heroes.
It sort of models the VA program?
Kind of, to a certain degree. Actually, I think it's somewhat even a little bit better than the VA program to a certain degree. But I guess where I'm getting at with this is that it allows for a zero down. So, and then also too, if we have a good agent, we can actually get the max concessions as well to help offset closing costs too.
That's good information to know, because the next time you get pulled over, say, "Excuse me, sir, before you write that ticket, how would you like to get zero down?" Hey, let's talk about VA real quick. To our veterans, which. By the way,
very important. Thank you very much for your service. Anybody out there listening?
100%.
Yep.
No money down.
Yeah, with VA, that's correct, and also too, no mortgage insurance. So
really,
like
no PMI.
No PMI, exactly.
Wow.
So it's
no
good.
matter
it's
what the numbers are, no PMI.
No PMI, zero down, and the rates are usually like an eighth or a 1/4% better than like your conforming regular rates, if you will. So
if you're a veteran, you need to contact Woodlands Prime Lending, because you just heard what Jacie said. You don't need any money. What do they pay for appraisals?
So they do pay for appraisal.
Okay. What's about $300, something like that?
Appraisals are a little bit more now these days. I know last time you bought a house was what, in 60s?
1911.
Okay.
We tied a horse up in front.
Okay, so but no, it's I think it's about 550. 550. Yeah,
really?
550, somewhere around there. Yeah.
But still, now closing costs, nothing.
Closing costs, no, you will have closing costs. You'll have closing costs, but this is the deal. So if you have a good agent that knows what she's doing and she's a good negotiator, she can actually go ahead and get the max concessions allowable for a VA loan to offset the cost. So I've had, honestly, to tell you the truth, last year I remember this one guy, it was kind of a difficult loan, but I was able to get him to the house where he actually got a few $100s back at closing because we got the max concessions. He didn't put anything down. And he got in the house with getting actually cash back.
Well, on the VA.
On a VA. Yeah.
Man.
Not saying that happens all the time.
Right. No, but that's good. Woodlands Prime Lending, the WPL. Hey, guess what? We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk more with Jacie with the woodlandsprimelending.com. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Hey listeners, be sure if you've tuned in to KNLY 91.1 FM The Boss Radio, not to miss out on the Daily Buzz Radio Show. You can listen and watch us live Monday through Friday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. Talking with local businesses in the area, special events occurring locally, and the newest and hottest topics around town.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM.
There's a special place in the Woodlands where you can feel comfortable opening your business. We are located at 10210 Grogan's Mill Road. Our building has a unique Vedic architectural design with landscape grounds and lakeside views, on-site management, and maintenance. We also provide free Wi-Fi and the opportunity to promote your business on 91.1 FM The Boss. This wonderful location is near the Woodlands Mall, Market Street, and just minutes from Bush Intercontinental Airport. 10210 Grogan's Mill Road, the only social media building in the Woodlands. Don't delay. Schedule a tour today by calling 713-777-7368.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Lonsdale Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Lone Star. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Hey, welcome back to WPL, Woodlands Prime Lending Show. My name's Sidney Young with our sponsor, SellerRealtorNetwork.com, where realtors compete for your business. Now, back to the show. Jacie.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we got some interesting stuff going on here. Let's talk about contracts, man.
Okay.
In the state of Texas, realtors use a TREC contract. You can go online and download it 100% free. The very last page is for realtors. Any citizen of the state of Texas can use that contract, but it ain't a simple contract to understand.
Correct.
You could click the wrong thing, or you could check the wrong thing and mess yourself up there. So you study on it before you do that.
Sure.
But let's talk about contracts.
Yep.
Is that the standard contract to use, or what do we do?
Yeah, I mean, so on the buyer side, let's say for example you're purchasing a house. I mean, it doesn't make sense for you to do it yourself. You know, you want to hire somebody that has the experience in writing up a contract, right? So the seller is always going to be paying for the realtor commissions, right? So they're going to pay the 6% on their side. So as a buyer, you know, let the professionals handle it. Now, if you're selling the house as well too, and you feel confident enough to, you know, be able to sell the property for what you want to get it at and whatnot, and do all the negotiations, and, you know, take the time out of work and show the property and do all that stuff.
I'm a talented guy.
You know, it's yeah, you can definitely do that. That's not a problem. There's a lot of homeowners that actually sell their houses themselves.
You basically you submit it to the title company and go through the hoops and jumps.
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
a regular deal.
Exactly. So I know, like on Redfin, for example, if you're selling your house, they only charge 1% from what I've heard. So, but you still have to take care of the buyer side when you're selling the house as well too. So, I mean, you'd save 2 points off that off the deal. You know, so
bottom line is, when you're selling a house, use a realtor.
Use your realtor. Yeah, you want a professional.
Yeah,
you want a professional.
It's a huge deal. It's not a standard deal.
Exactly. No, seriously, even on the buyer side as well too. I get that asked all the time too. Because the thing is, a lot of people don't know that the seller always takes care of the realtor's commission. So, but the thing is, I had one guy one time. He's like, I'm going to do it myself. I'm like, you sure? Or actually, he already did it himself. And I said, hey, it's pretty customary here in Texas that the seller usually takes care of the owner's title policy, which is like the largest portion of the title fees. And sure enough, the way he wrote it up. The buyer actually, he ended up having to pay for the owner's title policy.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Woo.
So, because he didn't want to deal with an agent, which is ridiculous.
So you end up paying more. You end up paying one way or another.
Yeah, because you don't really know what you're doing. And this is the reason why realtors go to school, to get the education, to properly work it. That's what their job is, to work up the contract and do the negotiations for you. So
bingo. And as you know, whenever a realtor does a contract, those contracts get streamed before they're turned in.
Yes.
And so they're checked for mistakes. And if you're doing it yourself,
1,000%.
Yeah, TRAC contracts not easy to understand if you've never done one before. Hey, okay, let's press on here. What's the type of properties people finance?
Type of properties people finance. It can be anything from a single-family residence. It could be a townhouse. It could be a condo. It can be a duplex, quadplex, triplex. Anything from a 1 to 4 residential.
How about commercial? You guys do that?
Commercial, yes. Actually, I'm glad. It's funny you said that. I received a lead from a realtor that I work with. To make a long story short, this gentleman is actually a Canadian citizen, which I'm actually Canadian as well too. But I talked to him. He wanted to buy an investment property down here in Houston. Unfortunately, he has no work visa. He doesn't have any papers or anything like that. He does have cash. He has 30 to 40% to put down on the property. But he also doesn't have any income verification as far as tax returns or proving any type of income or credit here in the States either. Ooh. So I have an investor that calls and say, hey, do you guys do any foreign national type of loans? And he goes, oh, we do those all the time. Okay. And I told him what the situation was. He goes, that's fine. As long as he has the 30% to put down, he's fine. He's good to go. So I had to do a short application, and it's always backed by the collateral. Okay, that's what these private money investors actually look for is the collateral. Now, if you put a certain amount of money down, which is usually 30 or 40%, they pretty much finance anybody. So
the money talks, but the rest
what's
walks.
The even crazier thing is the rate that
what kind of rate did that guy get?
This again. The scenario again, no credit, no income, no citizenship.
Basically got dropped in from Mars as a Martian to fill that loan out.
Exactly. 6 1/8.
Wow, below 10?
Yes, 6 1/8.
Wow.
Your standard rates right now on investment properties with really good credit here, with income and everything. You're looking at maybe 4.75, 5%, somewhere around
because
there.
when you're willing to put 30, 40% down, the risk factor changes.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly.
Jacie, Woodlands Prime Lending, how they contact you, Jacie?
You can contact me on, actually my cell is probably the best. It's 832-290-3571. My email address, just in case, it's jacie.hussain@snmc.com.
Jacie, Woodlands Prime Lending, welcome to WPL. Let's talk about the WPL real quick, the Woodlands Prime Lending Show. Right now, we're on today, obviously. We're getting ready to go off here. We're going to be back on Friday at 4 o'clock. Next week, we're on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. But the week after that, guess what, WPL fans? We're back on Monday through Friday every day, and we believe our start time will be 3 p.m. We'll know more as it gets closer towards that date. So the Woodlands Prime Lending Show is going to be on a regular basis. You're going to hear about trending lending trends. You're going to hear about everything in the news. We're going to do a little research. This is going to be a true financial show. We have money people in here. We have realtors in here. We're going to have investors in here. We have everybody in the full scope to educate you. Remember, class in session on the WPL. Now, let's talk about getting you on the WPL. Hey, if you're one of these people I just mentioned, contact me, Sidney, or give me a phone call, 713-876-2617. And if you're driving down the road and you said, man, he talks too fast, send me an email, knlyradio@gmail.com. knlyradio@gmail.com. Let me give you a phone call. Let's talk about you. Let's do a pre-interview, and we'll get you on the show. We'll talk about you if you're a realtor, talk about your listings, your investor, talk about what you're looking for. If you're in the money game, let's talk about what kind of money you do. Okay, if you're a private lender, let's talk about it. Thank you for listening to WPL, Woodlands Prime Lending Show. We'll be back Friday at 4 p.m. Looking forward to it. See you then.
91.1 FM The Boss.